newfound. We stand on a tiny vestige of space and time, and the ground is fast shrinking beneath our feet. It's good you appeared, however you did it, precisely when and where you did, or you might have found yourself free floating in empty space. But I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zixzax the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was. At last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as... Show, don't tell, I always say. So go.
It may be quite mad.
Come now, don't... You first, but don't dilly-dally. You saw, terrified. Portal has become active. Fantastic, astounding. The portal, it's quite sprung to life, just like the long... You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about those torches, a light! This portal active! Goodness me, how right you are! There's so... It is the void itself! The dragon that is devouring creation! When I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, though I cannot say for certain. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered. But why spoil the mystery? As after you, You first. But yes, just as I hoped. There she is.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
The last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it!
Could it be, milady? The Weaver?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests,
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the...
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone? So... It was a stone that caused... Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why? And Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Do you see what violence my work has suffered?
Mysteries of all time.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your...
I see. What the void would...
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone, if we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones. Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can
Why, of course. That's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry...
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zack, please, our most mysterious guest.
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
Say what Zixzax and the Weaver will. I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
No matter how improbable.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
You call to Ulgraf. He awaits your queries.
The glint in your gaze and the set of your... No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine.
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. I honestly...
Like the imp said to the ballista, wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide. Just like yourselves, Starstones are cute. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long... Neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone has... This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save Crow. I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword. And even then, I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course, I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It's so, gather those Starstones so that we may know the history. Lonesome, observing the frontier of creation. Surfing, well, yes, actually. Perhaps you can imagine, before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you... I hope you'll be able...
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this in the ethereal threads of eternity. Do I record the deeds of gods and men, the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift, except, it seems, ask and I am the weaver of time, as I have told you. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you, I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. Oh, Hunter. I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite or... And yet, I do enjoy your companionship. Quite so. Your absence. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance what it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here. I think that perhaps you can redeem time. Because you know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the... But suddenly there was you. You who stirred. New threads emerged, and I began these stuck.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another?
That is a good question, Zixzax. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travel. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance, and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian, and the advantage of being a cat, you know, you go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house, that's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. Don't we all long for a sanctuary? But perhaps I speak only for myself. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered, so I told him who I was and showed him my human form. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable. Let me phrase it like Zixzax might. A universe without time is... I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars. If Zixzax worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearth. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have... Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But...
What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? I guess so. I never imagined my bathroom would be such a hub of community activity. Out! No!
Lucky
If
bye,
you
please.
Flowers stink much longer.
This room is
Deer will smell this lady
private.
from a field away. I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve.
Woolgraf gently starts to shove
Don't
everyone
just
towards the door.
stand there.
He may be an accomplished
Go.
thief, but he's plainly
Away
out of his
with you.
element as a peeping Tom.